We are live from the Raider Dome. Pleasant Grove at Liberty-Eylau. Pleasant Grove currently holds an 11-13 record, scoring about 52 points a game, giving up 56. Liberty-Eylau 6-12 overall record, scoring just over 50 points a game on average, giving up 53. Got my man Tyler Huck and Zachary Doty with us.
What's up, man?
Great night for basketball.
I'm telling you, Tuesday night here in the Raider Dome. The action is going already.
Pleasant Grove's going to play slow ball to start. Torian Phillips going to OBU to play football.
It's a few football players on the court tonight.
Yep.
There's one right there, Mr. Gibson.
Yep. He's going to go to University of Arkansas and be Sam Pittman's, I'm going to say assistant. I'm not sure what the actual job title is.
Shout out to him. Congratulations. It's a big-time move.
Yeah, what a way to start your
right?
coaching career. All right, looks like both teams are going to play slow. This isn't going to be fun. Throws a prayer, doesn't get it to go, but comes away with the rebound is Mr. Colvin. He's going to go to the line. 2 free throws.
Yeah, it's Denarian Colvin. He's better known as DC. I think they call him on the team, and so he's a senior. It's senior night here at the Raider Dome, so I'm sure he'll be looking to have a big game tonight as his last game as a Leopard.
That's what I'm going to call him, is DC.
Yeah, me too. It's easier.
Yep. First one good. Second one good. Torian Phillips is going to bring it up. Marcus Smith with the defense.
Morgan Smith's cousin.
Yep, first cousin. Almost broke his own
I
ankle.
know, right? Good defense here by the Leopards.
Torian's going to save it, forward on him. Jaden going to the rack, couldn't get it to go. Rebound, and Jaden Scales has a chance to go to the line and tie the game up.
So that's what happens when you allow second chance opportunities. They get one shot up, they get their own rebound, offensive rebound, and they go back up, and can't allow those if you're the Leopards. Second chance points.
Jaden is a sophomore. This team's going to return 5 players next year, 2 of them being sophomores. First one's good. Second one's no good. Ford's going to come away with the rebound. They're going to push here. I knew playing slow wasn't going to last.
Not at all, especially knowing both of these coaches. They're not slow-tempo style of coaching.
Three-pointer up, and it is good. 3-ball good for Kadrian Blaylock.
Big shot there by Kadrian. Senior night for him as well.
Torian Phillips comes down, gets his first points of the night.
Nice response by the Hawks.
Scales with the rebound.
So now the tempo, as you said, picks up a little bit. And
Torian with an NBA range three-pointer. Sinks it. 5 points on the night.
Big-time shot by the big-time senior for the Hawks. Surprised he doesn't have any interest on the basketball court.
Yeah, I mean, he's a football player at heart, but, man, he's been one of them guys they'll talk about for a long time, just in the program and all the sports he plays.
Nice
pass.
dish.
Marcus couldn't finish. Got his own rebound. Second one didn't go. Got his third rebound. That doesn't go.
You got to kick it out, Marcus.
I think he was looking for the foul call that didn't come.
Yeah, I think so too.
Out of travel right there. Good call. I think somebody just said ball don't lie. Cousins going to bring it. Oh, he's going to give it up. I'd have brought it up.
You did.
There's been no giving it up on that.
Magic Johnson, huh?
Let's come down, jack up a 3, see what happens.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Heads up move by Castell there, throwing it off Liberty-Eylau to retain possession.
Yeah, not a good shot by the Leopards there. Too early into the possession.
Well, sometimes you're feeling it, you know.
Yeah, heat check.
Yeah.
I understand. Don't want to force it, though.
Gibson's going to see how hot he is. Didn't get it to go.
Cousin did bring it up that time a little bit.
You know, he's a sole basketball player, so I expect him to be able to play all positions.
Uh-oh. Turnover.
Don't be talking about my cousin like that.
I'm just saying. I was calling the game, my man.
Man, what wasn't his fault.
See what Gibson.
Torian wanted to shoot that. I could tell. Gibson's going to shoot it.
Uh-oh.
Second one's good.
Oh. I thought he was going to shoot it the first time around, but he did the smart thing, worked it around the perimeter, and he got a chance the second time he got it.
See if they can match it. They don't. But they get the rebound.
The rebound, DC.
Good finish there. It'll be his 4th point of the night.
And I think he's the longest, tallest player on the court. I think his length, it should, be able to play a factor in this game some.
Torian straight to the rack, couldn't get it to go.
Ooh. There he goes again, DC.
Called a, what do we call here?
I'm going to call a jump ball.
Okay.
Yeah, tie up.
Three minutes, 30 seconds left to go in this first quarter, 7-9 ball game.
There you go. Got to give it up. Smith has it. Good shot. Just a little off. Hawks going to push it in transition, and a nice layup by Scales.
3rd point of the night.
He's a young guy.
He is one of the few.
Yeah.
No, Costello's a senior.
Yeah, he's a senior. Gibson's a senior. They have a
They're only bringing back 5 players on this roster.
Yeah, a heavy senior roster for sure.
But this senior class at Pleasant Grove has accomplished a lot.
And to be honest with you, Akari is a basketball player too. So they are missing, one of the highlight pieces of that senior class for sure.
I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Shout out to him in Fayetteville already getting it done.
Yep, I saw some photos of him already getting in workouts with the team. Another 3-pointer by Vaughn. Well, that's his first 3 of the night, but that is Pleasant Grove's 3rd 3-pointer of the quarter that's been made.
Princeton Vaughn, his brother was a stud athlete back in high school down in Nashville, Arkansas.
Nashville, Arkansas.
Go Scrap.
Doty pops on to say that. Okay.
Hey, I'm a Southwest Arkansas boy at heart.
Well, yeah,
always will be.
Went to Texas High,
I'm just
though.
saying, he was one of those guys.
Go Scrap.
I think he had like 7 touchdowns against LE.
I see Coach Kendrick King is watching the GOAT. I like Coach King, man.
Shout out Coach King. He was behind me in the McDonald's line earlier.
I thought he was on a diet. I thought he was on a diet.
No, not that time. Uh-oh.
Got his
rebound.
own rebound. Got his
There
own
you go.
rebound.
Carlos Ford, big-time senior.
First points of the night for Ford. Five-point ball game, 140 left to go in the quarter.
Been an up-and-down first quarter, I'll tell you that much. Uh-oh.
Call is going to be on the floor. Let's see who it's going to be on. Looks like it's going to be on 14, which would be Banks.
Ivan. Young guy, he's played a lot of big minutes this year for the Leopards. Uh-oh.
Another three-pointer up. That's going to be no good. That's no good. You got over the back here. It's going to stay. No, they're just going to call it out of bounds.
I don't know what he called. He just blew his whistle.
He didn't want to walk over the scorer's table. I don't blame him.
Nah, me neither. Ooh.
Ooh, Gibson.
Nice pass.
Finds his man. No good. Good play there.
Yep. Hawks are killing them on the rebounds tonight. Here goes another one almost.
Leopards have numbers. If they push it, they gave it up. Didn't get it down fast enough. Coast to coast, no good. Torian's going to break away. Misses a layup. But my man, Keyston King is there on trash duty.
Nice job with the putback, extending the lead for the Hawks. Oh, here they go. They're pushing and transitioning. Uh-oh.
Oh, man. Got to make those. 17 seconds left in the quarter. Be a foul on King there. Be his first of the night. 12 seconds left to go in the quarter.
Do you think you can keep up with this tempo? Personally.
I mean, they should be able to.
I'm talking about you.
Me right now.
I could answer.
all right, Doty. You can't beat me in one-on-one either.
Nice bucket. Forward again. Oh,
man, got it to go.
Nothing.
That's his second three-pointer of the quarter. 6 points. Leads all scores is the junior, Princeton Vaughn.
Nothing but net.
And with that, we are going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be back 2 minutes.
We are excited to announce here at Texarkana Emergency Center and Hospital that we have expanded our capabilities to better serve our community. As a hospital, we have the capability for inpatient services. After your outstanding emergency care, we can smoothly transition you into one of our new inpatient rooms that have telemetry monitors in every room to continue your concierge medicine care. While our patients continue receiving their care in their inpatient suites, we also make sure that your loved ones are taken care of with our outstanding facilities. Our added services include a procedure room and also the capability of MRIs. With our imaging, we are able to offer outpatient, inpatient, and emergency room, MRI, CT, ultrasound, and X-ray. We are honored by your support and look forward to serving all your future medical needs.
And we are back. Tell me about the A&M Eagles.
Well, it's been an up and down season, I'll say that, but it's been a pretty good experience for me personally, and I'm excited for the rest of this season. We go out of town tomorrow to play North American University in Houston.
DC, first points of quarter, 6 points on the night. Going to Houston. Don't you have to work?
No, wrong. Winter break.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So Houston and New Orleans in the same week.
Yep,
though.
Houston, New Orleans, back-to-back days.
That's a rough one.
It is.
Three-pointer up, three-pointer no good. Scales comes away with the rebound. Scales is a sophomore.
Yeah, there's a few on the court, so I think this matchup, well, I don't know if we'll see this anymore, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but since you brought it up, you will not see these two teams play anymore. This is
in district. They could
They
schedule
could,
on.
possibly.
They could schedule on district stuff.
They could, but they won't.
It's not football.
So,
It's not football.
It's not football.
I guess next time you'll see, hell, you may never see him play again.
It's possible.
Won't play for at least 2 years unless it's in a tournament, but which I guess could happen in basketball, baseball, but it looks like done in football.
If they're both in like the gunslinger, maybe it's possible.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I mean, they were both in the gunslinger this year. I don't think they
looks like
played
for
because
sure
of
going
district,
forward,
so.
Liberty-Eylau would have the advantage going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, just looking at the two
The
rosters.
rosters, yeah. And I know the JV team is pretty talented too.
Yeah.
So I mean,
they just beat
pretty convincingly.
PG's JV team by 40
Yeah.
or something.
pretty convincingly. So yeah.
I don't know.
I don't either, but
I don't like it, but I don't make the decision. So
Nope.
doesn't matter. Kingston King gets his first points of the quarter, fourth point of the night. But yeah, it is kind of sad, but is what it is. Liberty-Eylau is going to have a ton of success in 3A. I mean, there are a lot of people worried about having to play Liberty-Eylau next year.
Yeah, especially when it comes to the spring sports and winter sports. I think it'll be kind of an advantage for the Leopards because you do obviously don't have the same district as you do in football with it being, two different classifications with, divisions actually, with Division I, Division II. So you will see some smaller schools with, DeKalb, possibly New Boston, teams like that.
Yeah.
So, I think it does work out in your favor if you're the Leopards. We're not guaranteeing that they're going to, just come out and dominate, but if we're looking at it on paper, that's what you expect.
Yeah, on paper they should be good. I mean, new coach coming in,
Yeah.
high up-tempo offense. Most 3A teams can't run that.
Nope.
If you can run it, you're going to have a ton of success because there's just not enough kids on the field to stop that. You might have one cornerback in 3A, but you ain't going to have two. It's just too hard to find.
Not going to happen.
So, especially if you have 3 guys that can get the ball, you're going to have a ton of success.
Have a ton of success, for sure.
So, I mean, if they try to double up on Prevo, I mean, who's your second and third guy? If those guys are good, Liberty-Eilau's going to have a lot of success.
And they're never short of guys that can run and, do all that.
Yeah, Jaquan Johnson, the big guy that kind of stepped up this year. I'm excited to see how he steps up in 3 years.
And then you have a young guy, Arian Taylor, who is a freshman that kind of came on late into the season. And so I expect him to play a big role on the offensive side of the football, too.
Yeah, I've heard lots of good things about AT. I'm looking forward to seeing him.
He's a baseball player, too, so you see him on the diamond this spring. But anyways, I guess we'll talk about basketball, huh?
Yeah, I mean, there is some excitement around here for this next football season.
I agree.
And I hadn't had that in a few years.
Nope.
So, I take that back. JJ squad started 5-0 or 6-0.
5-0, 4-0, and before they lost to Silver Springs, the 5th game. Yeah. But still, that was
that game didn't ever finish though, did it?
Oh, they finished that game. Yeah, that was.
That was a rain delay. They didn't finish.
That was
last year?
this year. Yeah,
that was Mount Pleasant. They almost came up with a shocker against Mount Pleasant.
Going to be the first win this season.
Well, a lot of excitement. I've had a chance to speak with Coach Willard for an extensive amount of time. I'm excited about it for the Leopards. Matter of fact, we'll have him on at halftime if y'all stick around.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to speak with him on the radio a few weeks ago. He's a cool guy, great guy. From what I've seen, how my experience is talking to him. He's bringing in a good friend of mine, Coach Davion Hall, who will be coming in as the offensive coordinator. And so I'm excited, about the whole ordeal that's going on over here on the south side of town.
Yep. Maybe next year we can get maybe like a LE Arkansas High or something.
Maybe.
It doesn't make sense to play Texas High. They're just 5 times bigger, maybe bigger than that. That doesn't make sense really for anybody to play them. But, if it doesn't look like this game's going to happen anymore, it'd be good for the city to play Arkansas. I was talking with Trey about it, and he said that those are the teams that should play, and it made a lot of sense.
Yeah. Here's Blaylock.
Torion wanted that bad, but he didn't come down with it.
Nice finish by the senior, Adrian Blaylock, but then a nice response by Scales on the other end for the Hawks.
5 points on the night for Blaylock. Scales, that's his 5th point.
6-point ball game. Halfway here through the second quarter.
3-pointer up, no good.
Ooh.
Man, Torion made that look good.
Oh, that was nice. That was real nice. He's probably practiced that a few times.
Definitely lots of experience.
Lots of experience.
You see Torion driving to the rack almost 20 times a game, I'd say. He's deadly from everywhere.
I didn't want to bring it up since we're talking about it. I taught him that.
I think he's one of those 4-year varsity basketball guys.
I think
for
so
the Hawks.
too, yeah.
I know his brother. I think he came along with his brother. He was a young guy on that team. But anyways, shout out Torian. Turnover. Yeah, they're going to turn it over. Turnover there by the Leopards, giving it back over to the Hawks.
Dodie, how long have we had the scoreboard on the basketball games?
Like all season?
Not the scoreboard, the clock.
All season? It obviously has malfunctioned a few times because of technical difficulties, but for the most part, there's usually a clock.
I've been sitting there calling timeout all the time. I guess I don't really watch the game while we're here, so but I have it up right here, and I didn't realize we had a clock up there.
Yeah, we finally figured out how to do a clock during football season. And
Look,
so
Donovan made me do it during football season. One game,
it
and
gets tough.
I
I'm not gonna
never
lie.
did it again.
I would
do it.
always make fun of Billy Lavender for it because he was never able to do it at Texas High games, and I'd make fun of him for it, and then I had to do it, and I was like, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
You're trying to call a football game, and then you're like, oh, shoot, the clock.
It's not happening.
I did that for a Hooks basketball game, and it was just not going well.
Speaking of Hooks, I'm assuming they won in Atlanta tonight. They're going to be, 33-1 on the season?
Something like that, yeah.
Ranked top 5 in the state.
Yep.
They have all the makings to go to the state tournament again. The only thing that worries me about that team is the level of it's not their fault. It's just they have nobody that can push them.
Right, yeah.
So,
especially in this area, on that level,
and
there's not many talented teams like that.
I don't doubt that they can beat anybody. It's just I think Coach Jackson would have liked to have had at least 2 games. Even the game they lost, it was a buzzer beater.
Who was it?
It was
Chapel Hill.
Mount Pleasant.
Chapel Hill.
Gotcha.
And a buzzer beater, and 2 of their starters didn't play.
Oh, wow.
Like Boogie didn't
Yeah.
play,
Wow.
and then I can't remember who the other one was.
Yeah, Boogie ended up rolling his ankle or something a game before that, and he wasn't able to play.
He was playing church basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the other person
Church
was.
basketball, what you mean?
He was just playing basketball.
Like
at
church league basketball on a Wednesday night, just
Yeah, like everybody's like, dunk it, Boogie.
yeah, having
You
fun
know?
with his friends, and ends up rolling his ankle. Doesn't play.
I
for
bet
2
you
weeks.
money it was a bunch of kids like telling about, bet you can't dunk it, Boogie, something like that.
Boogie's a showman. He's gonna put it on.
Look at this. In the middle of this game, my app updates, so now I can't keep up with it.
Wow.
It's
Well, I'll
my
tell
luck
you,
right there.
that was a free throw made by the Hawks.
Let's see if it saved. It's updated. Let's see if it saved. Oh, it saved it all.
It knows better.
He made the first one.
He made the first one. And the second as well. It's number 10,
Kingston
Kingston King.
6 points on the night.
A couple baseball guys on the LE roster as well, Zavin Banks
Yeah.
and Caden Proctor. They're
Yep.
looking forward to this baseball season as well.
I see the GOAT, Chuck Zach, is watching. Chuck Zach calls the Longview Lobos football games for us. Dude, I mean,
That's my guy.
I know, I can say this here. Probably going to get in trouble for saying it, but, he makes everybody else look bad.
He really does.
I don't even – I remember
man, now you saying I look bad.
well, I'm just saying, Chuck Zach's
That's what you're saying now.
he's a for real professional.
He is,
Hey,
yeah. I learned from him.
We're out here doing this for fun.
He's my mentor, so to speak, when it comes to this type of stuff, man. I learned from him.
I'll be honest,
Seriously, he'll tell you.
he's the reason I quit calling football.
Yeah,
Because I dude,
it's hard.
if that's the expectation.
Right. If I have to live up to that, then that's a hard thing to do.
I used to have him as a history teacher.
I can only imagine
it
that.
was. I don't even remember anything from history class. We would just talk about sports the entire time. We're both Packers fans, so that was something that we were able to.
That's like having a coach as a history teacher.
That was coach as a math teacher was an awful experience. Didn't you learn a thing?
If we ever do a Hall of Fame or Ring of Honor or something
He
like
needs to
that,
be in there.
I feel like we got to get to the 10-year mark to have a good,
You about there.
sizable.
You're almost there.
But that dude's going to be first ballot.
Absolutely.
Got to be. He's done so much for the sports community in Texarkana.
Man, longevity of it, too.
Yeah.
You know, not just.
Him and Tony Kurt, longest running sports
Facts,
show
facts.
in Texarkana history.
Yep. Which I was supposed to be on today. I go on Tuesdays, but I switched to tomorrow.
I don't ever get invited.
Billy Lavender.
You know what? He
We're
might
gonna
not
invite
make
you
it. He
one day.
might not make it now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, he don't invite me on his show.
Oh, no.
Don't
say that.
Might make him second ballot.
I'm going to make sure we get you on.
Don't even worry about it. If I got to ask to come on, I don't want to. Hey, I don't like waking up early anyway.
Ooh. Well, we do it in the evening time.
Good block.
It is reruns in the mornings
Absolutely.
now.
Oh, nice block.
He's got 3 blocks in 1 possession.
See, this has been the telltale sign of the game, honestly, is second chance points for the Hawks. Offensive rebounds and loose balls, and they've been getting those second chance opportunities, which has led to them getting this lead.
Liberty-Eylau's playing good defense, but it's like if Pleasant Grove hits a 3, Liberty-Eylau's going to come down and shoot a 3.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
you can't match that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to play tick for tack. It's not how you win games. You got to chip away, 1 possession at a time.
Cousins about to check back in. I don't know if we're cousins, but we might be.
Possibly. Possibly.
It's like Earls gave up the radio call.
Smart decision. Smart decision making, man.
I guess there's no. You don't have to worry about getting in trouble.
No, none of that.
All right.
He still might get in trouble.
Nobody was expecting it. He must have read my text message.
It's a big possibility. He'll still get in trouble.
I guess he does stand on business.
So the foul is called.
Foul is going to be on Kingston King. First of the quarter, second of the game.
DC going back to the free throw line for the Leopards.
DC is a senior. It'll be sad to see. It's going to be sad to see all these seniors go. See, my man Kevin Rowe is watching. Rowe Costa Organics. That is one company I can remember to this day, and I say this because they're so successful. I remember walking into Ace Hardware of all places, and this is like years ago. And there was like a bunch of, I really don't know what the stuff was because, obviously I don't use the products. Like my wife does, I don't. And I remember thinking like.
Is that the truth?
Yeah, well, I mean, she's always trying to get me to drink cherry syrup or something. Something like that.
Oh, wow.
Anyway, not scissor up. Anyway, I remember thinking, man, nobody's going to buy this. And while I'm standing there.
One.
Oh, nice, and one.
It's a dirty Sprite going.
Hey, while I'm standing there, a lady walks up and buys 2 of them. And then my wife, like the same week, starts coming. This is when they were selling it out of her house.
Yeah.
So, or maybe it wasn't because it was in Ace, but it wasn't long after that. Dude, it blew up.
Oh, man.
Dude, in my refrigerator, I have probably 3 square feet
of cases of
stuff that's just my daughter and wife uses.
Wow. Nothing for you.
I'm sure I could use it, but I don't know what to use or,
how to use it either.
Yeah. But anyway, they have grown that into a really big company, supplying a lot of jobs in Texarkana. And they've outgrown their facility already twice.
Wow.
I mean, who outgrows their facility twice in really, I think a span of 3 years. Well, let's just say 5 to be fair.
Yeah. That's what you want, though.
And Tony Langford a few years ago, he was talking about it. He was like, he called it elderberry soup or something. Yeah. And I'm probably not even saying it right, but it was something else. And anyway, long story short, shout out to them and everything they do in the community. They help us out a lot during football season.
Shout out to them, man. I'm going to have to go check them out myself, man.
So let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and we'll be right back. We'll see if we can get Coach Willard on.
Life is busy, and we get it. The State Bank mobile app was designed to make banking more convenient for you. Check account activity, make transfers, pay bills, and manage your debit card in a snap. You can deposit checks from the convenience of your home or wherever life lands you. The State Bank app lets you organize your accounts, manage alerts, and easily email our customer service experts. Now that you have State Bank at your fingertips, you can spend more time doing what's important to you.
Your family, your bank, State Bank.
Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, or maybe a new or pre-owned boat or RV, care for a car wash, had a fender bender, or you need service on your vehicle, boat, or RV, we have it all when you let us exceed your expectations at Greg Orr Auto, Marine, and RV in Shreveport, Texarkana, and Ashdown. Shop hassle-free and always be treated like family while choosing from our sensational selection. In Shreveport, visit Orr Acura, or BMW, or Cadillac, or Infiniti, and the Greg Orr Pre-Owned Supercenter. In Texarkana, Mercedes-Benz of Texarkana, Classic Buick GMC, Classic Cadillac, Classic Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Classic Kia, Classic Mazda, Classic Pre-Owned, The Classic Car Wash, Greg Orr Marine and RV, Greg Orr Collision, and Classic Chevrolet in Ashdown. Or visit gregorrauto.com.
All right, welcome back to the Raider Dome, where it's halftime here between the Leopards and the Hawks, and we're joined by the new athletic director and head football coach, Coach Brad Willard. What's going on, my man? How you doing, Coach Willard?
Man, it's good.
Man's got the band playing for him and everything.
Welcome party, huh?
Coach, man, how you like Texarkana so far?
It's been good, and I mean, tell a different person every day, but it's the people that make it, and so the people in LE have been awesome. So it's been enjoyable so far.
You know, the biggest question I get about you, so let's just ask you here. Liberty-Eylau is known for always having athletes.
Yeah.
What exact offense are you going to run?
That's kind of hard to define. I mean, it's going to be spread out, but I mean, our identity is how we run the ball. We're going to be a physical run game, and definitely threaten people down the field. But whatever fits our kids. I'm not going to try to fit our kids to our scheme. We're going to fit our scheme to our kids.
Okay. Coach, obviously you have your schedule made now. You know your district, know where you are. Kind of talk about the schedule and the new district. How do you feel about it? Are you excited about it? Is it something that, you're optimistic about? Just kind of talk about your feelings with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be lying if I, knowing that LE was under the 4A-D2 cutoff. Yeah, I mean, that played a big part of me wanting to be here. So I know the teams that we're going to be playing in district. Haven't played all of them before, but my 4 years at Mount Vernon, we got to play a lot of these teams. So yeah, definitely excited. It's what we expected in terms of realignment, so there weren't any surprises, and there's a bunch of really well-coached football teams in that district.
I was about to say, there's a lot of people that aren't excited about you being in that district.
That's
I
true,
talked to some of the coaches, they are not excited about being
I
there.
can imagine.
But man, you've had unbelievable success if you look at your track record. Great success at Baylor, Mount Vernon. Talk a little bit about that. You had a chance to win it twice, and one of them, heartbreaking loss.
Yeah, thank you for bringing up those memories. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, we just, again, it's the people you're around. I mean, obviously we had some really special athletes at both places, but the coaches that were in place leading the charge, I mean, that makes a difference when everyone buys into what that man is thinking. So blessed to be around some really good coaches and couple that with some good athletes. And got a chance.
We were just talking earlier about how if a 3A team can really spread it out and have 2 or 3 guys they can get the ball to, it's almost impossible to stop them at that level because the depth of the teams you're typically playing, they might have one dude that can play on defense at corner, but it's very rare to find 3.
Multiple,
And the stuff I saw y'all were doing at Mount Vernon, like y'all were really not only out scheming, but putting your best athletes, it's like they were always in a position to be against somebody that couldn't guard them.
Yeah, I mean, and we take pride in that. I mean, we do things a little bit different at this size of school, with depth obviously being a problem for everyone. Your numbers aren't going to be the same as a 4A, even a 4A-D2 at times. But what I do like is coming in, we do have good numbers at our school, especially compared to some of the teams in district. So we're going to have a lot of kids. A lot of kids are going to play, and it's going to be fun.
Awesome, man. Excited you're here. Glad to have you on, and soon we'll see you in some baseball games. Baseball's serious over here in the island.
Some baseball, and we need to rebound a dang ball tonight.
That's what I said too, Coach. What are we
need
doing?
to attack the glass a lot harder than we are.
Well, Huff said if y'all let him suit up, Liberty-Eylau
I got you, Coach. Let me do it.
Huff said he can
I
solve
ain't
this
gonna promise
problem.
to win, but I can get you a couple rebounds, Coach. I can get you that. But good to talk to you, Coach, man. Good luck this season.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you being on, brother.
Appreciate it.
Both teams back on the court. I like that guy.
He's a pretty cool guy.
Me too.
I hung out with him at a baseball scrimmage whenever they played hooks. Talked to him for about 3 hours, it felt like, and just one of the coolest guys you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I hear the same thing, and I'm excited about what's to come here in Leopard Land.
It's an exciting time.
It is.
I mean,
Say what you want to say.
I mean, I don't want to say this because you don't want to set that expectation.
But the expectation is to win.
They are about to really beat up on some teams.
It's a big possibility, You don't want to say it right now because obviously the work has to be done.
I didn't want to say that.
But if we're looking at it on paper,
there's the opportunity.
There is. And like I was telling Chuck Zach the other day on the radio, and then we'll get back to this game. LE has an advantage when it comes to numbers because, number one, yes, they're dropping down clearly, but they are one of the largest 3A schools when it comes to the landscape of 3A football, period.
They were either going to be the smallest 4A school in the state
or be the biggest one. And so with that being said, you still have an advantage because I remember them playing Atlanta last year and scrimmaging Tatum, and the sideline difference between LE and those teams that were already 3A was significant. They might have 10, 15 guys standing on the sideline that can play outside of the 11 that are already out there. LE might have 20 to 30.
Man,
So
I don't
that's
know,
a big advantage if you ask me.
I don't know coach's mentality on, like, when he steps off the gas, but they could beat White Oak by 100 points.
You know more about White Oak. I've never seen White Oak.
I mean, if they're
But
anything,
I've seen the scores that they've given up.
If they're anything like
Seen
they
that
were
much.
last year, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah. The Hawks.
Oh, Scales misses an easy layup. 11-point ball game. Let's see if Leopards can get back in this.
Hawks could have a bigger lead if they finished on some of these transition layups that they've had tonight. Like right there.
Man. I didn't teach Tori on that.
Good pass. You got to finish, though. Good job. Nice
Good
finish
finish
by
there.
Ford.
By 4, that's going to be his 8th point of the night.
So it's now a single-digit game, back to single
See,
digits.
Coach McDonald's watching. There's James Bowie. A lot of success there. Or Sims.
I
Was it
guess that's the
James Bowie?
same.
It's James Bowie.
Sims is the city. The school is James Bowie.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's the school.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I never really knew. I
don't know how that works either.
I grew up.
I think everybody answers to whatever you call it, really.
My family has always had a family farm in between Redwater and Mods. It's really, I don't even know how to describe where it's at, but good time dunk by Ford.
There you go.
And I knew it was around there, but I've never drove by it till like last year.
Yeah.
And I don't even know what I was doing over there.
Ain't no telling. That's what happens when you got money. You don't know what you're doing.
That ain't it. I promise you that ain't it. I think I was down there. Used to be like a water park or something down there, and I was going to show my kids or whatever. It's not. I mean, some of the stuff's still there, but it's not there anymore. And in doing that, I passed by James Bowie.
Uh-oh.
Torion's going to go to the line. Couldn't finish.
Almost an and one. So I will say it's a little different for me because back when I was in school, not to take it back a little bit, but just to kind of give you some facts of this game, Coach Brewer was on the opposite sideline, and Coach Carvins was on the sideline that Coach Brewer is on. So that just kind of goes to show you how the tide has changed at least 10 years ago.
Trey told me that was his coach as well.
It was, yeah. Trey was two-time district MVP.
I was just looking at something up there that his name. I was like,
scoring.
You know, it's always crazy. It's like the football players think they can hoop. I mean, Trey could hoop. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Artists want to be basketball players or athletes in general.
Oh.
And then athletes want to be like Shaq trying to rap.
Right.
You know, like
different thing. Yeah.
Y'all know nothing. See, he don't know. Donnie doesn't know nothing about Shaq rapping.
He don't know nothing about that.
He don't know nothing about Shazam. None of that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Shazam wasn't a good movie.
You should go watch it. Waste an hour and a half of your time. All right, they're going to take a timeout for it. We got the clock up there for y'all. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Texar is a community-first credit union which has served members in and around the Texarkana area since 1951.
Having 3 offices and employing almost 100 people, today Texar serves citizens of Cass, Bowie, Little River, Miller, Red River, and Lamar counties.
Through the years, we've had many different names.
From our humble beginnings as Bowie County Teachers Credit Union to where we are today.
We are honored to offer our members quality service with exceptional products.
We also take pride in staying one step ahead when it comes to introducing the latest and greatest in banking technology.
From personal to commercial banking.
And turning houses into homes.
We are back. Speaking of college ball, next time we get a chance, remind me to tell you something.
Cool.
Good finish right there. About D sets his 10th point of the night.
The Leopards chipping away. That's why I say it. One possession at a time. Quit shooting the three-pointers.
Up to 11, now down to 5.
Yeah. Chip away. You don't got to force it.
Going the other way. All right, so real quick. I was telling him the highest price women's basketball ticket ever on average was $122, the WNBA All-Star game a few years ago. If you want to go see Caitlin Miller. Clark. Thursday, break the score.
Who are they playing?
Michigan.
She's breaking the record, so that's the main
breaking the record.
She only has like 8 points left. I mean,
she's going to get that
gonna get it, yeah.
First 3 minutes.
The average ticket price right now is $522.
It's Iowa. Everybody in Iowa is going to be there. There's nothing else to do.
She's selling out every arena she goes to.
Yeah,
she'll have another year to stay, but I don't know if is the W. No, what do you mean she's going to make way more money in college?
Well, I mean, yeah, but what do you benefit out of
Blaylock?
playing an extra year in college?
Cash money.
Fair enough. I give you that.
I guess it depends on how good the Indiana Fever will be with her.
True.
I don't know.
True.
I mean, she wouldn't make more than $100,000.
Probably not, but you still get endorsement deals. I'm sure she'll get some.
She can get that now, though.
I mean, she already has like Gatorade and Jordan and all this and all that. So
top 3 women NIL deals.
Oh yeah,
in all sports.
I'm more of I like the way Angel Reese plays. I prefer that kind of play.
She has a year to come back too.
I know, but I like the trash talk. I just like that, you know. And I do kind of like how Caitlin does all that.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
No, it ain't. It's not.
But she can hoop.
It's like watching Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson, if that's a good comparison. Tom Brady is obviously, going to do a certain thing, and then Lamar Jackson's going to do his certain thing. Which one is more exciting to watch? Lamar Jackson. Come on now. So,
What is Chris Looney? I'm scared to even read this. Morgan, your story was confirmed by a guy I saw at a baseball tournament in Houston that he personally saw you dunk in high school. Boy, I could punch the ball. I had no problem dunking basketball in high school. You couldn't tell now.
Come on, Mr. Looney. I don't even know you, but come on.
I bet you I could touch the rim on the 20 spot.
We can bet right now.
I mean,
I don't know if we're supposed to be doing that on the air, but I'm just saying.
I mean, well, hey, you gonna fire us?
Just interrupting the basketball game.
No. I do kind of,
like, hey guys,
work for some people that are around this building,
We need y'all to step off the court real quick. We got a bet to settle here.
Hey, there's a man to my right over here that kind of got some power to fire
I forgot you work here.
I ain't a game day employee. Look,
he can fire all of us.
Now, we can talk some numbers, Morgan. And I'm just kidding, folks. To the people that listen, I'm just kidding.
Down to a 2-point ball game. Hey, I saw Looney put up like 400 pounds on bench press the other. Let me count it up in my head. 90, 180, 270.
Did you see the 600-pound guy from Arkansas High?
320.
Yeah, McQuan trailer.
How much does the bar
He
weigh?
was crazy.
45.
So he put up 365.
That's big time.
Yeah, McQuan was going crazy the other day.
What are you doing now?
Hold on, 600 on bench press?
Yes.
A high school kid?
Yes, Atlanta.
No.
I got the video.
Send me the video. I'm posting
it's on Twitter.
McQuan was going crazy.
Dodie, how do you know about it and we ain't got it posted?
I saw it on.
How do you know about it and we don't have it posted?
Okay, my fault.
I thought you meant like a combined total or something. Who else put up 600 pounds to play for the Cowboys? Larry Allen. How much did Larry Allen end up putting up?
I don't know. I can't tell you. But
600 pounds in high school?
You got me looking for this video. I'm going to show you.
Man, I find that hard to believe. Y'all going to show me proof.
I'm going to show you right now.
Somebody bench press 600 pounds.
Well, it wasn't bench. I lied. Squat.
I was about to say. Hey, I know enough to know that did not sound right.
Squat. My bad.
We got a tie ball game, guys.
I'm going to say, like, Larry Allen put up more about that when he's a professional player. 600, golly. All right. Well, that's still a big deal for squat.
Uh-oh.
Man, he's feeling it. Torion sinks it. That's going to be his.
And we got a tech call.
They're going to get him for taunting here?
They're going to get it for taunting for sure. Doing too much, man. You can't do that in a game as such. They're going to call it, especially a big-time rivalry game like this. Crosstown rivals, possibly the last time you face off for a little while.
Last time Torion will face him.
Yeah,
for sure.
period. Yeah, for him. You don't want to give the Leopards some momentum.
I'll see if he thinks it was worth it or not. First one, good. Wasn't worth it.
Well, I say you don't want to give the Leopards momentum. Looks like they already kind of have it with them chipping away back into this lead, tying it up just a second ago.
Second one, no good. You know, I've noticed Jamon hadn't been in tonight. I wonder if he's injured. Do you know a Lee Huff?
I do know a Lee Huff. It's my cousin.
Well,
shout out Lee.
He said you're trash on a basketball court.
That ain't what he said.
He said that down there.
That ain't what he said.
I see Chad Pirtle's watching his team knock mine out of the playoffs.
Good finish. That's 22. Caden Proctor for the Leopards.
First points of the night. Every year this dude freaking always has the best team.
Mr. Pirtle?
Yep.
All right, that sounds about
Man,
right.
he goes to the elementary school and watches
Yeah, he's a smart man.
watches them in PE.
He's a smart man.
He makes them run 40s. Makes them do layups.
Yeah, he's a smart man.
I mean, how am I supposed to defend
There's
against
nothing
that?
you can
know
do
what
with
I mean?
that.
Like,
No.
I just looking at names, know nothing. This guy's got an entire.
They told me I had the same advantage one time in LEYA that I
saw him in Hawk Hustle with his notebook.
I was recruiting the kids at recess or whatever. That ain't true. I just know who to get. That's why they don't let me coach LEYA no more.
They're having to beg people to coach. Nobody wants to coach.
You ain't supposed to say that.
I mean, it's tough. Nobody really wants to coach.
No.
You know?
They begged me to coach. I didn't want to.
Especially if you're going to lose to Pirtle every year, it seems like.
And you are going to lose to Pirtle every year.
Yeah. Good job. We'll finish there by Blaylock.
That's 13th point of the night for Blaylock.
Leopards take the lead. First lead since probably the first quarter.
And you do not want to play his football team.
I think it's their first lead of the game, Tyler.
Possibly. Possibly.
I think they scored the first points of the night. Oh, man.
Good defense. Good defense.
Man,
not allowing a shot, though.
We have us a ball game, 39-37. Liberty-Eylau erases an 11-point deficit to lead going into the fourth quarter. And with that, we will take a break with M&M Tire.
My name is Doug Willett. I own M&M Tire and Auto Center. We've been here for over 40 years. We're just a mom and pop place. We service any type of vehicle that you can think of. We do front end alignments. We've got the best front end alignment machine guys here. And we also do AC work for the new Freon, which is the 1234 FY. We do that too. Plus tires. Now that's the major thing. Cooper Tire employees, we're really special with them. We give you 15% off, plus also you get your Goodyear employee refunds back on your tires, which is great for you. Extra value is what you get when you buy from Doug Willett. Don't worry, my guys will take care of you too.
Now, I could have messed up because we've been talking about a lot of stuff.
We have.
But I'm showing that Pleasant Grove scored 3 points in that entire quarter.
It's possible.
And that is how you erase a deficit.
Let me go back and check.
Yeah, we got to check the halftime.
I probably messed up somewhere along the way because I've had a lot going on.
We had a whole episode of the Morgan McAfee show.
It was 34-23 at the half,
wow.
So they only scored 3 points.
Yeah.
Wow.
Turns out I do know what I'm doing.
Impressive. Both parts impressive. The defense and you knowing what you're doing, man.
All right.
Good skill, man.
Uh-oh.
Get that to go. Scales is going to come away with the rebound. Gibson's calling for it. Scales is going to bring it up. We have a ball game. I'd like to see a buzzer beater.
I was just about to say it could come down to that.
In this rivalry, at least for the next 2 years.
That would be a good thing if it comes down to that point. It's like the Hawks want to run a little time off the clock. They don't want to run the transition game with the Leopards this quarter. And I think you do that because
Princeton said, "Don't leave him open. He's
you
gonna
obviously
no wasting time on his watch."
You do that because you obviously only scored 3 points in the third period, so you want to try to slow it down a little bit and get some points on the board.
That is going to be Banks' third foul of the game. Jamon Wheeler's in for the first time
spoke
tonight.
him up. Bad pass though.
If Jamon's down there, these layups are not going to come easy.
Yeah, he's a big guy once I look at him.
Jamon is a very gifted athlete, great on a football field. I'll tell you in 2 minutes if he's good on a basketball court, but I'd imagine he is.
We just need you to be active. That's all we need.
They're leaving my man wide open over here in the corner.
That's the wrong thing to do. There we go. DJ.
Shooter's roll.
Shout out to DJ.
First points of the night are big ones. 5-point ball game. You know, I'm seriously considering calling a timeout if I don't score on this possession next time I get it to start this over.
Yeah. Especially with the way the second half has gone total.
Yeah.
There's
Jackson Gibson side of the backboard. PJ comes away with the rebound. Got it to go.
There you go.
Princeton Vaughn, 11 points on the night. Marcus Smith.
2-point
picks
ball
up the
game.
dribble. Let's see. Man, they are leaving my man Watson wide open over here. Now they're not. They saw him now. Liberty-Eilau's going to take a little break here. Back to a 2-point ball game. Gibson scoots up on him. Count starts. Counts at 3, 4, 5. All right.
He moves. Once you move, it restarts.
He was still counting, though.
Good
Scales,
inside pass from
tie ball
Jackson
game.
Gibson. Beautiful pass by Gibby.
9 points on the night for Scales.
Scales is balling in the inside. I think all his points might be layups outside of a free throw, but he's nice. Good job.
That was pretty. We were perfect angle on that. 5 points on the night, 5 points in the quarter.
I sound old saying this, and I'm nowhere near old, but I literally watched DJ grow up, and so seeing him.
I mean, he's a generation above you. You're old.
He is, but seeing him on the court as a young sophomore.
What year did you graduate?
2012.
You are young.
The year the world was supposed to end, supposedly.
No. Then you weren't sitting around on December 31st, 1999 at 11:59 at night.
No, it wasn't at all. But
this conversation has come up twice in
dude,
two separate streams now.
No, because you didn't live it. Everybody on here that's old enough remembers sitting there thinking the world was about to end. Like, man, these computers are about to crash and it's going to be game over.
Shout out to Kayla King listening. She texted me and said she needs me to coach LEYA right now. No, you don't. No, you don't.
I like Kayla. All right. This may be our final time to do it, so let's take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back.
Here at Local Habit Coffee Company, we are true coffee connoisseurs and the area's only third wave coffee shop. We are excited as football and fall rolls around to introduce this year's fall drink lineup. We have an all-organic homemade pumpkin spice latte, a delicious s'mores latte, and finally, a smoked maple bourbon cortado that can only be described as fall in a cup. No matter what your preference, you can get your dose of fall right here at Local Habit. We cannot wait to see you in one of our shops, and remember to go make something good happen.
Before they inbound here, quick, Longview Lobos won their first district championship since
when
your boy was playing.
Wow. It must have been never.
All right.
First one in history. Am I lying or what?
You're just being a hater.
Okay. No, I'm not. I don't know.
I think they might have won one.
Oh,
I think Morgan said something about a state championship.
Yeah, one state, 93.
Okay, the year I was born.
One district in 03. We had Raymond Hicks on our squad.
Gotcha.
Played at Miami.
Okay.
He was really the only good player. But he was really good. So All right, timeout. Good call. What's he calling?
He called it. He got it off in time.
I don't know. He pointed at him. I didn't know what he was about to do. But we do have another timeout, so I guess we will take this time to –
shout your sponsors out, man.
Oh, I was looking at somebody put on here.
I don't even want to read the chat.
Go ahead and run live wire. What's 30 seconds?
Commercial services, electrical panel installation, circuit breaker installation, led by Master Technician Jay Strickland, and multiple specialty services.
We are back. See, Eric Sutton's watching. Coach over Texas High recruiting coordinator. He's had a busy time.
Oh, Coach Sutton.
Week or
That's
two,
my
man.
guy. Shout out Coach Sutton. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
I just noticed all the LE coaches are wearing 11s. It's really nice. That's
Guess
really
that's
cool.
the thing.
That's really hard, yeah.
Or did they buy that? Or
I don't know.
I still have, to this day, we can go in my closet. I'm going to bring it next time because
Okay,
you're going to appreciate this. The 12s, North Carolina, blue and white, unworn, same box from the day I bought them when they came out.
So you've never worn the shoe?
Never worn them.
Why not? Just preserving?
Yeah, I mean, I was wearing the black and red Jordans at the time.
Gotcha.
That's when those were hot, but I don't remember how I acquired them. I think I got them at Hibbett Sports, but in Longview. But they, to this day, still sitting there. And I just, over time, like now it's you don't put them on, obviously.
No. Now you sell them for $1,000.
Nah, man, I'm going to keep them. I'm going to give them to, like, great-grandkids or something. They're like, man, you'll never believe this was the hottest shoe.
Walker?
I know y'all are wearing rollerblades everywhere you go now, but this was a shoe.
Why not my guy Walker? Why can't he get him?
Man, Walker, he ain't a Jordan fan.
Okay.
This dude thinks Devin Booker's the GOAT. I can't be giving him no Jordans. He don't know nothing. When he walks in the room and says Devin Booker's the GOAT, I can't talk to him no more. Couldn't get it to go.
Uh-oh. There's no rebounds.
Gibson, three-pointer, got it to go. PG back in the lead. Six points on the night.
Timeout, LE. Smart call.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, obviously a loose ball there.
Yeah, you don't want to turn it over.
Mark get a game possession back, so call that timeout and maintain the possession.
Yep, 1 point game. I mean, you got to, every possession matters at this point.
3:51 left to go in the game and the rivalry.
Somebody told me to tell you, we coming.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
We coming.
Shout out to the LE band who
shout out to the drum line in the building.
I hadn't seen a band in a gym in a long time.
Yeah, it's very rare.
And I think the only time I saw it was here at Liberty-Eylau.
Yeah, the LE definitely prides themselves on their drum line and gets the student section hype, gets the rest of the fans hype, and it's a great time for this rivalry game.
That's Mr. T. Randall Taylor, better known as OG. That's over the
I'm a fan of bands at all sporting events.
I think Coach Willard might have saw that for the first time, too. He was looking like, what is this?
Well, he's had a long day. He's spending his winter break moving into town down from Tyler, and so I'm sure he's exhausted and having drums in his ears is a little rough.
I ain't nobody's friend when you're moving.
You're about to dunk it. Oh, no. That's the second time he's done it, too.
When you're moving, my back hurts. I got bad knees.
Mm-hmm.
You need to hire somebody.
Truck's out of gas.
Yeah, man, can't make it over there. All my kids got COVID today. I don't want to get your family sick.
Come on, Gibson. You got to finish those layups, man.
All right, 1 point game.
He's mean mugging.
He's mad.
I thought he might have heard you.
He's hot.
Long NBA range three-pointer. Does it go?
Almost rebound.
Man, that was a great effort.
Yeah. Gibson standing in the corner open, like, give me the ball.
Great block there.
It's good.
On the floor. Let's see who the foul's on. This could be important. Foul is going to be on Blaylock. That's going to be his third. I thought possibly that could have been on Banks, but he's not even on the court, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Three-pointer up, no good. LE comes away with it. Right here, I'm seriously considering putting pressure.
I'm very surprised Coach Collins hasn't. I don't know if it's the thing of wanting to slow the game down a little bit or.
Well, I mean, he sees them every day. I'm sure he knows. I'm not sure. I know he knows more about his players than we do, but I'm going to make it real uncomfortable for LE if I can. Yeah. But he's forcing like bad shots right now, which is what you want. So
yeah, and if you're LE, you just
and for some reason I was sitting here thinking LE had the lead. PG does.
Got to take
Force the turnover there.
Better shot selection if you're the Leopards, especially early into a possession.
I don't feel like we've seen enough taking advantage of the size advantage of Colvin
at all,
and so I would like to see that more.
Me too.
2 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. This will be their last meeting for at least 2 years unless they play in round 4 of the playoffs.
Good drive.
Good finish. Blaylock, that's going to be his 15th point of the night, leading all scorers.
Big-time senior playing his last game in the Raider Dome. Sure he'll want to beat this Hawk team. Ooh, nice steal. Carlos Ford, coast to coast. Didn't finish though. Colvin with the finish. Good job.
Man, DC was stat padding right there.
That's a 4-point swing that quick. Got a foul called.
Looks like we got Kingston going to the line here. Chance to get his 8th point of the night.
No, we'll
or
say
7th and 8th, I'm sorry.
It is a nice crowd here behind us tonight. That's why it's so loud. I hadn't looked back like that.
Oh, man, I hadn't looked back. There's a lot of people here.
A lot of family members because of senior night.
True.
And so, big-time atmosphere here in the Eylau.
I knew Tyler was going to be here.
Hollywood Huff, baby. Hey, come on.
Both no good. Now they put the pressure
Got to get
on
across
him. Wow,
midcourt.
good pass.
Thank you. Almost was a violation. Late second.
Oh, man, nice finish.
Nice
Laylock,
floater.
17 points on the night. We will stay here.
And a minute 11 left in the game.
5-point ball game. Keep in mind, Liberty-Eylau was down 11 or 13 going in at half. Comes out, gives up 3 points in the third quarter. Retakes the lead.
Yep.
And has held Pleasant Grove to 8 points in this quarter.
Yeah, it was just 45-44 just a few seconds ago.
Yep.
Quick, huge 6-point turnover for the Leopards. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better. First, it forces the Hawks to take a timeout and more game planning on both sides now.
And a big part of that is the Leopards are back to their game, pushing it into transition, getting the ball out, getting transition points, which is what the Hawks tried to take away for a spurt of time, but hey, you got to let the horses out, let them run sometimes too.
Transition points, and then Colvin was able to get second chance points as well. We haven't seen a whole lot for the Leopards as well.
Nope. So this is a big minute. If you're the Hawks, got to find a way to put some points on the board here, quick at that. You know, you don't want to let too much time run off the clock. This is not college or NBA where there's a shot clock, so you got to get points quick. Got to get a stop too.
We went to Arkansas, not in Arkansas, but an Arkansas high school basketball game. And they have shot clock over there. I wish that's something they would implement in Texas.
I think Texas is.
I think it would make the experience for the fans and the pace of play in the game so much better.
Absolutely. I agree.
We don't really have the teams that are going to sit here and just dribble it out for 2 minutes.
No.
But there are teams in Texas that do that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they played super slow early in this game, and then it kind of completely forget about it with how quickly they changed that momentum.
Yeah, after the first few minutes, it totally changed.
Torion, NBA range three-pointer, no good. DC with another rebound. He's got to have a double-double tonight.
Still Torion.
Torion's going to the line.
So
biggest free throws, possibly his high school career right here.
Possibly.
Torion's been in some big moments, so it's probably not.
But he did the right thing, trying to get a quick basket. And, you know, he didn't hit the three, but he, stayed active and got the steal and forced the foul.
First one's good. 12-point on the night for Torion. Chip Bricker says, plus Ellie has out-rebounded PG in the second half. He's right.
Yep, that's the big difference. Coach Willard talked about it at halftime, and maybe his speech kind of changed.
Torion's going to foul him right here, and he's going to argue about it. He definitely fouled it. 52.7 seconds left to go.
And I guess he's fouled out maybe?
No, that was his third. I'm sorry, I missed it somewhere along the way. I guess that tech counted as two?
Yeah, possibly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, he fouled out. Yeah, once I saw him walking to that sideline untucking that jersey, I had a strong feeling. Four-point game, Leopards have the ball.
I don't know if I've ever been in Raider Dome. It's been quite an environment like this. Oh, forced a turnover. 44.5 seconds, 4-point ball game. PG's going to have to come down and get a quick bucket.
Quick. You don't want to force it, and you're, I don't want to say your best player, but your main scorer for your team is on the sideline, fouled out, so got to find a way.
Second leading scorer, Vaughn just had the ball, gave it up. Man, they're taking a ton of time. This is 20 seconds.
Too much time.
What do we got going on here?
I believe timeout Pleasant Grove.
He waited a little late to call that.
We're talking 18 seconds came off the clock for nothing.
Valuable time.
50-46, 27 seconds left to go in this. While we're here, for Liberty-Eylau, Ford has 10 points on the night. Smith with 4. Blaylock looks like 17. DJ, 5 points. And then DC, who I'm going to have, no matter what happens, is probably player of the game. 12 points, no telling how many rebounds.
No telling how many rebounds. And then just being active defensively, just stepping in the way, forcing hard shot attempts for the Hawks. That's a big part of it.
For Pleasant Grove, Torion 12 leading Pleasant Grove, but he's sitting on the bench right now with his 5th foul. Scales with 9, Jackson Gibson with 6, and Kingston King with 6. He had a big first half, but Princeton Vaughn's leading all scorers that are on the court with 11 for Pleasant Grove.
So, for the Hawks, we said it a minute ago, you got to score quick, but you really got to score quick because, like you said, you allowed 18 to 20 seconds run off that clock just a second ago. So, any sudden amount of time that is not reasonable is probably going to lose you the game.
Man.
That could lose you the game right there, too.
I would dribble it out, dude. Yeah, he's playing smart ball. Man, 10 seconds ran off with that. So new rules in Texas high school basketball. If they are shooting, which they're not, so it doesn't matter. But if they were shooting, it's no more 1-and-1. 2 free throws no matter what.
Wow.
And I would be fouling right here, too. They were in 3 seconds off the clock.
And LE knew who to get the ball to.
And LE calls a timeout. 15 seconds left to go in the series, or in the game, I guess, and the series. But since we got a little time, let's talk about this baseball season.
Oh, man.
PG currently ranked number 2 in the state, but LE returns, coming in runner-up in the state championship game last year, which, by the way, was one of the longest games I've ever been a part of.
It was longer than the Super Bowl the other day.
It was, dude, my feet were killing me after that game.
I bet, yeah.
But, man, that was one of the, I've never felt worse for a group of kids.
Yeah.
It made me tear up. It was rough. Having a connection with a lot of the guys on the team, especially Richie playing. I mean, that was a rough moment.
If they win that game, there's a documentary about them at some point.
Absolutely. I think so, too.
I mean, nobody, I don't know, outside of maybe the second round, were they picked to win any series after that?
No, Solana was the favorite.
Especially,
region, so.
I mean, and you come into Solana, and if you're LE, you're just like, oh no, we want one game with you, and we're gonna, if we're better, we're better.
Right.
And they're gonna just call it that way, and they come out ahead, end up in.
I'll be honest,
in Austin,
I'm not a fan of Solana, and I'm really not a fan of Solana fans. I have never been happier to see somebody lose.
Preach, brother.
They were not nice to us.
I've heard stories about Solana fans. So we played them 2 years in a row. So we've had a lot of battles with them.
Well, you deal with them 4 times a year. It gets
real
even,
bad.
Even worse.
Yeah, like they did beat PG the round before that we played them. So. And you got to remember, PG had LE's number last year, baseball. Then you come, they lose to Solana. So everybody's thinking Solana's going to, beat LE. And LE does the thing of, as you said, winning the coin toss, getting the 1 game instead of the 3-game series, and they make a run out of it. But I do think if you have just a few more pitches out of Kyle and W.T. Jones, you probably are state champions.
Well, and there's that pitch limit over the whole weekend.
Yeah,
that's what made it messed them up. I mean, they had to use Cal and WT so much, and they weren't able to use them anymore. And then
somebody were running out of people to choose from.
Yeah. I think they pitched like maybe 5-6 guys in the state game total.
11 points of the night for Carlos Ford, none bigger than that.
Guys who I never remembered even pitching earlier in the season. I mean, you see young guys like Dylan Neighbors, Tristan Howell, who was
he had pitched, but not in a while.
But he was hurt.
Right,
even
absolutely.
Coming into that game,
absolutely.
So you definitely didn't want that.
Liberty-Eylau is going to win this game. It's just a matter of how many at this point. Looks like they're going to win it by 6. Nope, they're going to have a chance to make it 8 going to the line.
Well, I was ready to celebrate. They were counting it down. I wonder if they're going to storm the court. Do you storm the court? With this being the last time you played PG for a little while, maybe?
Well, I know there's people that aren't going to storm the court, it looks like.
They're storming out the building. I hate to say it, but it's
Look
true.
at Doty. He stopped it at 0.1. How'd that happen? What? Did you
just
put time back on there, or did you just get lucky?
It's just 1 second.
Oh, that's 1 second. I thought it was my bad.
1/10.
I thought it was 1/10 of a second. I was
just
like,
1
dang,
second.
this dude.
We don't have the milliseconds or whatever it is. I'm going to call a lane violation on that.
Well, it has to hit rim.
Well, then they let the clock run. I don't think they should have, but I guess it really doesn't matter.
Nope.
Can't score 6 points that quick.
Liberty-Eylau Leopards moved to 7-12 overall, 3-7 in district. Pleasant Grove to 11-14, 5-5 in district. And that is going to be it for this rivalry for at least 2 years.
Yep. Shout out to the Leopards.
Great win by your Liberty-Eylau Leopards. That'll be it. I'll thank all our sponsors. Got anything, Doty?
Pleasant Grove does make it to the playoffs, so they're going to come in as the 4th seed in their district. So we'll see a little bit more Pleasant Grove basketball, but other than that, an outstanding win for the Leopards here tonight. That's all I got.
All right, till next time.
We'll see y'all later.